everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are going mowing in the demo 5S135. So we didn't take off the loader, left it on because I just don't really have the hassle of taking it on and off. It's not that big a deal because this is quite a small tractor, and even with the loader, you know, it's no bigger or no longer than any of the other tractors, so I'm not going to take it off. But we're going to go mowing and see how we get on. John Deere 10-foot mower. So yeah, without further ado, let's bail on and get some grass on the ground. And we are mowing. So we are mowing heavy meadow. No ways about it. Just one of them meadows that just, you could say, fell in between two stools with the way the weather fell. There's many of them out there across the country, but we're getting it done now. Ground actually seems a wee bit soft under it just on the first round there, but hey, we're doing a good job there. We're only doing 8.4 kilometers an hour at the minute, just, you know, breaking it in, seeing that everything goes okay. I have my fuel usage here, so we're at 17, 16, 18 litres an hour, so it's going up and down a little bit, but nothing wild or exciting now. So it's a bit soft now in this corner, so just be prepared to hit the four-wheel drive if I need to. No, don't need to. Tractor's just sailing. See how this goes, but so far so good. We'll just try and get that forward speed up now, up to about 12 kilometers an hour, and I'll be happy. That's what I'd be aiming for, about 12. So, anyways, we keep moving. So we're mowing away here. Ground is actually proving to be a bit soft, and I thought this was dry ground. It's proving to be a bit soft. We have achieved the goal. We're mowing at 11.7, 11.8, 11.6 kilometers an hour, so it's as good as 12 as we're going to get. I don't think she has another step up in her, as in just might put the tractor under too much pressure for the crop that's in it. But at 12 kilometers an hour, you know, I'm quite happy at that. You know, that ain't too bad, I don't think. So, you know, it's quite quick. And she's doing a clean job at it, you know, she's not mucking around, she's not dying back either at doing 12, but her fuel usage when she's idling there, you can see it's 10, 13. We drop her in, she can get up to 26, and when she was on the road pulling, she maxed out at about 33, so she may have more in her, but I feel the temperature gauge just rising a little bit. I'll leave her off. So you see there 20, 21, 20, 22, 23, so it's not bad. Our temperature gauge, just keeping an eye on that. I'm at 12, I'm happy. So at 12, you know, you're getting through it. Any slower than that, and you know, it's taking time. So I was mowing away, I was like, oh, swing around the seat now, not that quick, I mean, like looking behind me all the time. I swung the seat, and now I'm facing this way. I don't think I have ever been in a Massey with a seat that has swung as far around. I think, apart from the brand new Fast Track, which that swings all way round, I don't think I've ever sat in a seat that has swung so far around. It's weird. Usually it's only a little bit, you get a little bit of a swing around, but in this, I've literally gone from facing forward to facing this way. Like, I'm literally dead on with the mirror. She's straight for me. It's bizarre, nearly. It's something I was not expecting. When I went to swing around, I was like, oh, this is far. Yeah, I was a bit like, God. Anyways, happy days. Don't have to look as far over my shoulder now to see how the moor's going. Happy out.
Look at the sideshow down from my window, going down in slow-mo in the alleyway, putting out the trash can, waiting for the mailman, come up with a game plan for a Brooklyn day.
And that has us finished 2 fields. Happy out. Tractor absolutely blessed. I was mowing away there in 3B, just under 12 kilometers. She didn't get any hotter, she actually went down 1 bar, so at that, like, you can't complain. Yeah, on to the next man now. So one more cluster to mow, 3 fields, smallish fields, not, might be 5 acres altogether, and then we're on to mowing for ourselves, and we have I think 32 acres for mowing, for baling, for delivering to a customer who wants a lock of bales, as we have definitely upped our grass game this year, as we are doing far better than last year. But we'll explain that later when we get mowing that. But yeah, anyways, we're going to Eoghan, get to the next man and get him down, and then probably start her run then before dark, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, have to say, not a loss on it. She mowed away the finest. We are on a road I think most people will remember from a few years ago. Can we fit the ass up the donkey's pass? Something like that, where we try to get the 99 in up here and branches and everyone were in the way. So we are currently just shaking in here with the John Deere. I'm hoping I get in. Because we're in a smaller, niftier tractor, I should be able to keep over enough to one side to get the back mower just past the tree that catches me and every other tractor I've tried to get in here with. But yeah, that's where I'm at the minute, just snaking my way in here. I left me lift arms that she's carrying over that side as much, because the John Deere mower always sticks out that side. That's why we have the amber beacon on the outside to warn people that it's a bit wide. It's not as bad as what it was that time. It was bad that time, but yeah, look, we'll get in here and we get these few acres done for this one, and yeah, happy days. And we have just got in by it. No, I did have to drive up on the embankment the other side, but we got by the bit that catches me out every other time I tried to get in there. That was a success. Just that smaller, niftier tractor, they got us in. We just finished the first field here now, so we'll move on through the gap here and out into the next one. We'll get hip knocked, and then one more after that, and we'll be laughing. But yeah, another heavy metals here, so we keep at it, and hopefully we get out here before it gets dark. So starting the next field is the biggest end that has to be done. As you can see, it's not as heavy out here now. It's a lighter bit of grass. We're bombing along here, not a loss on us. Absolutely fine. You can see we were gone into a lighter crop. We're down maybe 2 litres or 3 litres an hour on fuel consumption there. So yeah, lights are on. There's good lights on it. And they're not LEDs, they're just ordinary bulbs. Quite good lights on them. So yeah, we pick up the gear and we get on and get this done. That is us finished. So it is 10 o'clock. So we'll be on home and we'll go back then mowing tomorrow. Start mowing our own bit. 32 acres mow for ourselves. I don't know that I say it yet, but 6499 has a bit of an issue. So we'll show you that in the morning. Another issue. A couple of issues in a short space of time, but we'll get it done. We'll get it fixed again. But yeah, what can I say? I am very much enjoying this tractor. Very much enjoying this tractor. We'll be on back to the house and we'll pick it up again in the morning. And it is the next morning. We're just about to head off mowing with the 5S and the John Deere, and I just said I'd show you how they were getting on with the 6499, looking very naked at the minute with his front links off. So the PTO, so our front PTO, the bracket that holds it on, this here. So it's a bracket that bolts onto the PTO there, and then you have this top bracket here with 4 bolts, and you can see there's a big chunk of it missing there. It snapped. It's something that is kind of known for happening, so it's the first time we've had to change it. So that's the end of the shaft that's coming off the front pulley, that'll be going to the front PTO, and I just don't see the bit that broke off just in front of me now. Maybe it must have fallen off when we were driving, but it snapped anyways, and the front PTO fell down. It didn't happen when we were mowing, because I took off the mower, everything was fine, and when I was filling with diesel I noticed that I could hear rattling and the front PTO was loose, but she'd rung the bolts. So these 4 bolts here hold on the front PTO, and every one of them was gone. She had 2 snapped and 1 pulled, but the way it's looking, luckily there's nothing to do with the casting. It's this bracket that sits up on top of it there. So Father Phil is just strengthening the new piece we got. He's just not happy with how it is, so he's just putting on bits of welding up more bits on it. And yeah, then they get it back together. We'll be back mowing with the butterfly mowers hopefully this evening, but I'm going to get another few medals knocked. Yeah, 99 does look very naked without its front links and PT. Mowing away here now, happy days. Few docks, but we'll get it sprayed next year. And now that is this field done, so time to move on to the next one. And we get that done, and we get the drone up too, and we get some good drone footage. Yeah, nice light crop there. A bit bad with docks now, but just have to try and hit them again next year with spray. It is what it is. Anyways, we'll be on. So we're out here in the field that you may remember we went to mow for the second cut, and I decided not to because there was very little on it. We're back out here to mow it this time. It's a bit bent into the ground, but it looks pretty good. Like, it's relatively leafy grass. It's just a bit bent into the ground with the rain we've had. But we'll see how we got on here. We'll fire up the drone, but should be pretty good stuff now. Should be pretty good stuff. Anyways, really enjoying this tractor, so I am. Really am enjoying it.
She don't mess around saying things that she don't mean. She don't keep you guessing. She comes out clear and clean. She'll tell you what she wants, and the best part of it is she just told me all about it and sealed it with a kiss. I've never seen the likes of it, nothing near as fine. Can't believe my luck, can't believe she's mine. Knew it from the get-go, if we tried we would have us something special, something really good. She don't like the city, she loves the countryside. She loves to pass the time, going for a ride. She loves the AM stations, playing classic country songs. She's got the window open, she loves to sing along. I've never seen the likes of it, nothing near as fine. Can't believe my luck, can't believe she's mine. Knew it from the get-go, if we tried we would have us something special, something really good. We're headed to the boat ramp when the sun goes down. She says you just don't get that view when you're stuck downtown. She says I'm just a country girl, that's what I'll always be. I say there's nothing wrong with that, as far as I can see. Never seen the likes of it, nothing near as fine. Can't believe my luck, I can't believe she's mine. Knew it from the get-go, if we tried we would have us something special, something really good. Never seen the likes of it, nothing near as fine.
We are flat out mowing away here now. We're nearly finished this bit here, and once we've this done we have another 24 acres to mow. 24 acres to mow, 2 fields, 15 acre and 9 acre fields. We'll do them with the butterflies when they get the 64.99 going. It's actually just started to bloody rain now. But we're not going to stop, we're nearly there. So the forecast for this week isn't looking too bad. It's getting a bit broken, but it's to pick up again at the end, back in at the tail end of the week. So we're aiming for that. We're aiming to try and get some dry silage, if not raining, but more so that we get the silage cut and the ground starts to dry under, because some of the ground is quite wet, and especially where there's heavy crops, the ground gets it very hard to dry with a heavy crop of grass above it. So to dry out that bit better. I mean, talk while it's raining, I know, brilliant. Anyways, one of the things this year, last year, we didn't have enough silage. And only before we sold our forage rape, our griller rape, we would have been up the creek without a paddle, without a doubt. That was the only thing that saved us from running out. We managed to get by. This year we said we won't let it happen again. We have the same amount of ground as before, but we are just really bloody managing it so much better. We didn't plow any more fertiliser than we done last year. We're still running at a third of what we normally put out pre-price of fertiliser, going absolutely mad to the madness that it's gone to, even though I think it is back. But it's still, we're not putting out what we used to. Put out more slurry. And we just managed the ground better, we managed our movements. Now we do have, I think, 20 large stock less out than last year, and that's because we had our bullocks and heifers done better than the year before, so we had less cattle that didn't make the grades last winter for finishings that were going out again for their third summer, so we just had less of them. So I think we're on about 20 less. But seeing that this is 32 acres of ground that we're mowing and baling and selling to a customer that we cut silage for, that needs more silage of their own, and we're not short. We have 120 acres in the pit at the minute. We have 190 acres to go in between whole crop and third cut silage, and we've already sold hay the year. We've sold 27 acres of hay, and now we're going in and selling our 32 acres of silage. So compared to last year, we just really have got on top of the game, and well chuffed now with ourselves this year. We seem to have got now the one field, and that's the big field that's out there, the other side of this hedge, that we mowed for our first cut silage. I was hoping we'd have got that put in for the second cut, or take a couple of bales off it, or hay or whatever, but our fences here let us down, and we got it impossible to keep the bulls off it. They just kept breaking out. We had grass for them in other places, but they just kept knocking down the wires and getting out into it. So that was the only bit that we kind of got let down on, was the bulls here. Now, they broke out in here once, but that was it. But they could not keep them off that big field. I think there's 22 acres in it. Could not keep them off it. And we had grass either side in another spot, but they'd always break out. One time there were 3 paddocks away, and they still broke out with 3 paddocks and back out to there, but they never bother break out here except for once. Like it's I don't know. We actually have nearly all the tanks emptied in the yard. I think we're getting in a final bit of pig slurry just to sprinkle out on some of the ground that we're cutting now, just to put some aftergrass on it to keep out our lightest batch of bulls and our calves for as long as possible, just to, you know, bring it on, keep the cattle out till hopefully mid to end of October or later if we can. This year to last year, even though we've had a wetter summer this year, we've still got on very well. Very happy with how we've got on. So yeah, we'll get all this mowed now, and then we've 200 odd bales to get brought to deliver. And I think we put 20 bales on a load, I think, maybe a bit more. So that's 10 load. So we're going to be busy loading and moving bales. How are we getting on this tractor? I absolutely am loving this tractor. She's powered to do this job. Maybe I'll leave it till the end of the video before we really get into the finer details. We still have another 3-4 fields to mow for someone, but we will give it a synopsis of this job at the end. We're not finished mowing yet. So anyway, nearly done here now. We will keep on, we'll be on, we'll get this all done. And now that is this field done, so that's the first bit mowed for ourselves. So now we're going to go back to the yard and get a mug of tea, mug of coffee, and be on to the next person, farmer. You get their medals knocked, and then back and work. So cool with one more. Well, I'm very much enjoying the comfort of the tractor. And we're heading off to our customer now. We've just kind of had to change a couple of knives on the mower. A couple of knives turned around and that before I headed, just to waste a bit of time for dinner. We'll be on to the next one, 4 fields, and then back into our own bit, as there's another bit gone on the PTO of the 6499. is where the oil cooler pipes plug in, and we have to wait for a bit to come from France before that can be put back together and we can use it from PTO. So this is my mowing outfit for the rest of all the mowing that has to be done, which is our own bit and maybe another 10 acres on top of that that's to be cut at the minute. That's the fun of it, but at least I'm in a very, very, very comfortable tractor. Anyways, we better be it on. Where am I going? This way. So yes. We're just finished mowing there, and you'll just see the pheasant sitting. There was 5 of them jumped out of the hedge, and they're wild pheasants because they're this year's hatchlings, I would say, that are coming on, because one of them is starting to get all his male feathers there. But that's one of them there. There was 5 of them. 3 of them went that way, 2 went that way, but that one's still sitting there. Liv might zoom in, you just see him there. Her, I'd say. Yeah, it's soft. So I have the field out there though. We have to do this field here now, and then it's not over big. 2 more fields then to do. Same again, not over big, but this is all it is. We get it done. We get back up here and get bail in a couple of days time. We keep going.
Noise comes from the street. City's rolling like a drum, steady as a beat. Looking at the sideshow down from my window, going down in slow-mo in the alleyway, putting out the trash can, waiting for the mailman, come up with a game plan for a Brooklyn day.
And now that is us finished. Straighten up my seat. Yeah, so that is us finished here now. So back to the, well, I say back to the yard, back home, so to speak, and start into the 15-acre field. So it'll take a while getting it on one more, but that's just to hand them down because the front PTO, if I get a chance later I'll show you, but there's a fitting for one oil cooler pipes that goes into the actual front PTO casting. It's part of the oil cooler, and it's just a little fiddly yoke with a big flange with an O-ring on it, and that snapped off the end of the fitting that connects to the pipe. So snaps off front PTO. Tractor will run away fine, no bother, but just can't do anything with the front PTO, which is annoying. So we'll have to keep rooting away at this, but how and ever we keep going. And we have made it into the field where we are mowing now. So it's about 15 acres here. So this is the field where you would remember we baled and we got hay off this. We big square baled it and all was good. And we were asking the question, could we get 2 crops of hay in the 1 year? And well, the answer is obviously no. If the weather had to come right, yeah, no bother at all. We only got 2 crops of hay. But we're going to get a crop of silage off it now. So it is quite heavy. It is lovely and leafy, but it is, with the rain, like everything, it's kind of bet into the ground. But it's a lovely leafy crop. There is some of it gone to seed, but overall, you know, it's not a bad old crop of stuff. And all this got, after we cut the hay, was just slurry. We put out about 2,000 gallons to the acre out onto this, and just a pretty decent crop. So I'm going to do something I've never tried before. I'm going to go on a very, very fast time lapse, stick it on the pillar at the gate there, and yeah, see what this looks like. 15 acres, one more, one Massey 5S. Let's see how long it's going to take, but I would imagine it's going to take a bit of time. We better get some mowing done.
Dog get out, let the cat come in.
So Liv is just after dropping down the tea, back going again, and that time lapse footage, 22 seconds, was 2 hours. It was 10 seconds of footage to the hour, so that was 2 hours so far. About half an hour left. We're just down to the centre of the field, but the first video has gone up on this lovely 5S135, and I'm just after realising I am the greatest tit alive, because I said this was a 3-cylinder tractor, and it's not, it's a 4-cylinder. Get it clear, this 5S135 is a 4-cylinder tractor, not 3. And I am a tit, and I feel like a complete and utter, because I had always thought that these tractors, the 5S, 56 and 57s, were all 3-cylinder tractors. That just for whatever reason that was ingrained in my head. And it isn't until you put up a video telling God knows how many people that it's a 5-cylinder, or sorry, it's a 3-cylinder, before you realise that it's actually a 4-cylinder. Well, however. So yes, this is 4 cylinders, not 3 cylinders, and I'm but yeah, that is the joys of making content, because it's hard to always be right. But anyways, we get back mowing. Another job has come in there to be mowed, another 10 acres. So yeah, this is going to take and this is the next day. We're just heading down the bottoms to mow the last 9 acres, the stony field, just third side of the river over that direction. So yeah, we'll get down there and see what it's going to be like. Hopefully it's dry enough. Everything I've mowed so far has ranged from not too bad to wet, and this is a wet field. Even though it's called a stony field, it's still a wet field. So yeah, let's see how that works. So we're mowing away here. All of in there is lying underwater. You can't see the water, but under that grass is all water. It's not mowing too bad. I thought it was going to be wetter, so I'm happy enough. The dry parts of the field have a nice crop. The wet parts of the field aren't over hectic. So yeah, it is what it is. But the field in general isn't travelling too bad. I'm actually quite happy how it's travelling. So like you can see just in there, that's a wet bit there. You can see how it hasn't really grown much. So yeah, that's the joys of it. But we're getting there. A nice crop of stuff and a nice lot of field off it. So yeah, just keep on it. And that is us finished mowing here. Well over 50 acres mowed now with the 5S 135, and just as we drive back, I'll put down the camera somewhere if I can find somewhere to sit, and we'll just, yeah, there's at least 50 acres mowed. What can I say, but well able for it. No, no bother to it. Mowing away the finest. Like as we've seen in the last bits there, we could push her on there to 14. That was too fast for the mower. The grass it was to be able to cut it satisfactorily to my liking, but push her on that bit harder. And I'd say in a lighter crop you'd probably get another gear out of it. You get up into 3D. It's a lovely comfortable tractor, incredibly comfortable tractor. You can just bomb away there. Not a bit of bother now. We're just going through the river now. The river's quite high. So anyway, getting down here. Hoping we don't lose the bales when we're going through the river, because everything has to be brought up that way, so we can't get up, otherwise it's too wet. But anyways, this is through the river, wash everything. But yeah, very comfortable tractor, very nice tractor for this setup. Swinging the seat right round, plenty. You know, there's not much. The one thing I was a little bit disappointed was the turning circle on the tractor. When you come into the corner and swing her, it wasn't as tight as what I thought it was going to be. And the other thing too, the tractor is a Dyna 4, I'm pretty sure. It has to be, it's only 4. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4 and A, B, C, D. So I don't think there's like in the 62 and the 3000 series where you had a high and a low and your 1, 2, 3, 4 and A, B, C, D. But I just feel like the split between the ranges is quite a bit now. It wasn't a problem for me mowing, but I think maybe in some other applications, maybe if you're power harrowing or that, you could fall between going too not as quick as you'd like and too fast. It's quite a step. But on the flip side of that is it's an absolute rocket on the road. You pull out her junction, bish bash bong, you're up at top speed like that. You are just gone like a rocket, compared to the Dyna 6, which is like 1, 2, and Dyna 6 takes time to get up to speed. I'd say if you had front links and PTO, could you handle a front and a back? I don't know. Maybe not at the speed, but I've seen on TikTok someone doing it. Now whether it was a 135 or 145, I couldn't tell you, but I seen someone, I'm pretty sure it was on TikTok, running a set. Good. She done exactly what she said in the thing. So time to go into the yard, drop off the mower, and we're going to do something that is really going to put this tractor to the test. We're putting the fusion on her, just to see what it's like. Father Phil wants to see what it's like. See, is she able to run the fusion? If we were in a bind, could she step up to the occasion? So we're going to try that out, and you'll have to keep an eye out for the next video for that one. And I think that we will really see what she's capable of when we do this. But anyways, look, that is the crack. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. Big thanks to Johnston's Farm Equipment for sending me out the 5S. Lovely tractor. And also, this is a 4-cylinder, not a 3-cylinder. Anyways, it's 4, not 3. Anyways, that's it for me. Good luck.